Hey Kaylin, so I just got finished watching your video, um, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So on the questions that you covered, from option one, so the parents, I like how you picked up on that her dad was a positive influence and mom was stronger in other areas, and how because of those things, certain things, she kind of models herself or sees both parents or herself as similar to both parents as opposed to either one. Um, and so I like how you picked up on that part. I'd missed that part where she had said that he was more of a positive person, positive influence on her. And then on the life tasks, you talked about work, um, where she was very secure in her choice in that life task. She is very positive that that's where she wants to be. Doesn't see herself going anywhere or doing anything else. She's very comfortable in that and very secure in that. And that's not where any of her, I guess, life issues seem to be stemming from. And I wonder if that makes sense because, as a teacher, we have, we're in our classroom, we're in charge of our classroom, you work with the department, but, when you get into your classroom, it's you and it's what you do, and you have a lot of that autonomy. And so I wonder if that really does fit with her personality. And a lot of those where she can make those decisions. And so I wonder if that stems with why she's so secure in that. And then again, I agree with you on the life task. Because it seems like her relationship with her kids is strong. And she's even seeing where it's kind of the point in their life where they're getting older and they've got to start making some decisions on their own. And so she's got to let go in some areas there. But in the love relationship, that's not the phrase I want to use, but that's the one that can come up to my head at the moment. That's where she's needing some time, since it does seem like she hasn't been divorced for a very long time. But there's still a lot of repair that she has to do in that department, because she's still very angry at her ex, and it's hard to still be very angry at the ex and then move into a new relationship. It's almost like some of those feelings, negative feelings, are brought into that new relationship. And then so she's looking at, and she's admitted how, even though she does have a lot of anger for the relationship, she does acknowledge that she had some responsibility in some of the, I guess, lack of a better word, disagreements in the relationship. But that seems to be where a lot of her unhappiness is stemming from. And then I didn't really pick up on any community, but I like your take on how kind of work and community go together. And then on the interventions, you talked about being empathetic, and then that therapeutic alliance. Very well. I like this counselor. He was very direct, very, but not in a very harsh kind of way where Gina would want to be resistant to how his interventions. I would look into the interpretation part of Adlerian theory, or individual psychology, where through examining the past, and examining what is going on, what you're needing help with, you can find some patterns, and it's through those patterns it's through that information where you interpret and you look for things, like where he found out where through certain things from her parents, and then whatever conversation there was about the relationship between her and her ex, how looking at those patterns, he found, and it was with decision making, where she was being kind of selfish, and not maliciously, but more of like, she's just going to get it done, right? And then also showing appreciation for those that do kind of help, where she doesn't really show that appreciation. And so, and that's where it seems like a lot of the relationship problems were coming from. So that interpretation, and then when he had her, or wanted her to try or think about visualizing, I guess, was it making peace or having a conversation with her ex, and she's like, no thank you, still too angry there. That goes in with a little bit more of the encouragement piece. And then I think Paige also mentioned it's almost similar to acting as if. And so I would look at those interventions there with individual psychology. So again, I liked your take on that. Yes, his hair was a little crazy. But yeah, enjoyed your video. Bye.